Attorney Bryan has chosen the resolution that resolves Jesus was a Jew and was not of African origin. Let's go after that because white people do lie. We have a history during our 400 years here in America of the lies of the white man. The white man who has set up a racist doctrine to establish his position of white supremacy all over the face of the planet Earth. And so, since Attorney Bryan has started off by saying that, let's look at his comments here, has started off by saying, I don't plan to use rhetoric, not here to argue the point, not competent to debate on matters of the Quran. I promise you I won't use the Quran. But he says he does not intend to argue the point, then he should not have put it in the Times-Picayune if he didn't want an argument. He says tonight he wants to base much of his argument, or all of his argument, on the Bible, on what he calls the Holy Bible. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teach us that holy means pure, unmixed, undiluted, and untampered with in any form. Now we need to see if the book that the lawyer here, the lying lawyer, the book that he is using is a pure book, an unmixed, undiluted, and untampered with book. And if you're going to use the Holy Bible, Attorney Bryan, which Holy Bible are you going to use? Are you going to use the Schofield verse? Are you going to use the Phillips verse? Are you going to use the Dewey verse? Are you going to use the New World Translation, the Jerusalem Bible? Which Bible, the Catholic Bible? Which Bible are you going to use? That's the question here tonight. One Bible has 66 chapters in them, 66 books in the Bible. I don't want you to miss that. One Bible has 66 books in the Bible. Another Bible has 72 books in the Bible. Which Bible are you going to use here tonight to convince this audience of your argument? We've even got what is called the forgotten books of the Bible. We've even got what is called the lost books of the Bible. Hell, who lost it? And why did you lose it? That's the question here tonight. Let us look at the Revised Standard Version of the Bible. Are you with me? I intend to prove here tonight that Jesus of the Bible was and is a black African. I intend to prove here tonight that Attorney Bryan is a liar and the representative of a lying race of people who have lied to us for the past 400 years. Before we go to the Revised Standard Version, the King James Version. Now, James, according to history, was a sinner. James was a homosexual. James was switching all over Europe. James was in love with men in the kingdom that the women were in love with and had arguments and fights many times over the men in the kingdom. God does not name a holy book after a sister. The very books of the Bible condemn homosexuality and fagging around. But James, who was the king of that time, yes, it's authorized by him because he was the king. I wonder, was James inspired of God? It says this is the Old and New Testament translated out of the original tongue. Let's stop for a minute there. They tell you it was translated out of the original tongue. I'm here to tell you tonight from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that you, black man, and you, black woman, that you are the original man and the original woman. And so they are telling you that they translated out of your language, took it out of your tongue so that they could dupe you, so that they could fool you, so that they could trick you and have you bow down to a blonde-haired, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion, blue-eyed, peckerwood-looking Jesus. America is not Jesus. This is not Jesus. This is nothing but a stringy-haired, blue-eyed, green-eyed, sometimes straight-haired, buttermilk complexioned white man. This is the white man, as the Bible says, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is the God, deceiving all of the nations. We can't even go into the pool hall or the billiard room for a family game without racism staring us in the face, a shiny white ball on the table, knocking the hell out of the black, the brown, the red, and the yellow balls on the table, and the work ball on the table is the black ball or the 8 ball. This is not Jesus. It's a peckerwood attacker. He's not Jesus. And you should take him down from your wall. Take him down from your wall. Jesus is a black man.